I wanted to talk today about something called dangerous prayers. The way I came to hear about dangerous prayers was from a man named Clam. He's the one who prayed for me to receive Jesus. He said, if you want to pray a dangerous prayer, he said, pray and ask the Father to do whatever it takes to help you make Him your number one. And when he said that, it hit me, and I was like, man, I think that's something I want to do. But I didn't just pray it, off the cuff, just right there immediately. I sat and I thought about it, and I took an account of, I actually thought and said, man, would I be willing to, accept whatever happens? Because they're talking about all different stuff that could happen, if you pray this prayer. At the time I was in the county jail. I was facing a lot of time. My plea bargain was 12 to 15 years, and they were saying that I would get 30 if I took it to trial and lost. So praying that prayer, would have had a big, possible big impact, I thought about it. I said, man, I want to, know God. I want to know Him more than anything. And, would I accept whatever He did in order to make that happen? And I said, yes, that's something that I want. I want more than anything to know the Lord personally. I prayed. I said, Father, do whatever it takes to help me make You my number one. All of a sudden, it was like somebody flipped the light switch, and I knew that it was God answering my prayers. I went from getting visits and getting letters and getting money to nothing. And I knew that it was God answering that prayer. I said, Father, I'll do whatever. I'm going to stay focused on You. I'm going to just, really just spend all my time with You. The only thing I ask is just don't let the people that I know and love and care about die without coming to know You. So that was probably the first dangerous prayer that I prayed. Then after that, there was another one that I prayed, and they were talking about, well, if you want to pray a dangerous prayer, say, God, don't let me out until I'm ready. So I had heard about, some man of God had told me about Watchman Nee. So this is, several months later, and I still wasn't sentenced yet or anything like that. But he told me about Watchman Nee, and that Watchman Nee was a Chinese Christian, and that he had been thrown in prison, for his faith. And he said the Lord had given him a choice, like, you can, I can let you out and you can get to know me, or you can stay in here in prison and die in prison and you can get to know me personally. And he chose to stay in prison and die in prison and get to know God personally. So I'm hearing stories like this, and they stumbled across me, so it's not like they had a case on me or built a case on me. They stumbled across me, which if they would have built a case, I just would never be getting out, So there was always that possibility in my mind that something could happen, to increase even my sentence. So it was another time of praying a dangerous prayer. Would I be willing to stay in prison and die in prison and get to know God personally? And I decided in my heart, I said, yes, Lord, the most important thing for me to do is to get to know You personally. That's what I want more than anything. You died for me. I know that to be true. He came into my life when I was His enemy. So I prayed that prayer. I said, Lord, don't let me out until I'm ready. I was getting words and confirmations that God would let me out early. And, so I had these words from Him, several of those, and different things confirming that. and but I still prayed that prayer. The time I got was 12 years. I did 10 years straight. I did a decade. And, you know, after I'd gotten out, I was talking to the Lord. I was kind of like, man, Lord, how could I get words about getting out early? And then I ended up having to do this whole time. And he clearly spoke to me and he said, I answered that prayer. You know, I answered that prayer that you prayed to not let you out until you were ready. So, you know, I had the choice. I could have gotten out earlier, you know, but I told him, you know, in my heart that, you know, it's more important to me to get to know him and to be ready to get out. So really, these are the most important prayers that we should pray, is these dangerous prayers, because they're the ones from the heart, and they're the ones that just cries out for nothing more than intimacy with God, that's what you want. That's the most important thing to you. Is to just want to get to know him. No matter what it takes. And no matter what the price. And I'm 16 years into my relationship with the Lord. And I've never regretted praying those prayers. They've been the best things that I ever done. And my advice is that you would do the same. That you would pray those dangerous prayers. And that you would do it from the heart. That's the only way that you'll really truly get all the answers that you want and the answers that you need, and the life that God truly has for you. So, my prayer, Lord, is that you would touch each and every heart right now to pray those dangerous prayers. I just bless everybody right now who's watching this, that you'd give them the courage and the strength and the heart to pray those dangerous prayers, and that you would help them through it just like you have done for me. So I love you guys, and I thank you for watching.